This is Seven. So little. Notice with you. Just cleaned up this single one. What I watch. Fly home. Buddy. So little. Notice with you. Never heard. You don't see. I'm back. So little. Notice with you. Just cleaned up this single one. What I watch. Fly home. Buddy. So little. Notice with you.
Darn you, we go.
What do you mean?
I will not.
Bad thing. Buddy. I'm sorry. After you trust Bernie.
Hurry, honey.
I'm sorry.
Come on.
I am your so little. Notice with you. Just cleaned up this single one. What I watch. Fly home. Buddy. So little. Notice with you. Never heard. My super so little. Notice with you. Just cleaned up this single one. What I watch. Fly home. Buddy.
Bob.
So little.
Hey, Will. Well,
Bezos.
prefer to think battery life is not. Prefer to think D-wing and D-wing and
See anyone from the old day, Bob? See anyone from the old day, Bob? See anyone from the old day, Bob? See anyone from the old day?
prefer to think battery life is not. Prefer to think D-wing. Say please.
What have we here? See anyone from the old day, Bob? See anyone from the old day, Bob? See anyone from the old why what? See anyone from the old what did you say to me? Truly are from the old day, Bob. This isn't the end of it. Stop!
Well, these guys, they will prefer to think
I have to do this alone. Get over it.
battery life is not. Well, these guys, they will prefer to think.
Just like old.
Hurry, honey.
I'm sorry. I can't lose you again.
That was totally wicked! That wasn't right. Are we there yet? Look at that. Yes, it did it! And more! Dad ran away and I knew I think that it's fair. Family knows we're going off. We're like, ooh, you do that, you know, you did my boy. Coming back, not that this is fun.
She dropped her mouth. A remote has set back the again.
The one that's needed.
So little. Notice with you. Just cleaned up this single one. What I watch. Fly home. Buddy. So little. Notice with you. Never heard. You don't see. I'm back. So little. Notice with you. Just cleaned up this single one. What I watch. Fly home. Buddy. So little. Notice with you. Never heard. My super suit. How do I get expert?
Dash,
Why are you here? Never heard.
dash,
How do I get expert?
dash,
Right to get it. Never heard.
dash. Violet.
Expert.
Dash. They will.
Never heard.
Dash.
How do I get
There we go. And boom. All right. Well, you still have to time it. Still have to time it because I don't. So what happens in my end is I don't. Everyone else sees the video, but I don't see the video. So I apologize for taking a bit because I have to watch the stream in order to find out when it's done. So it's just one of those technical things. So until they improve that, I'm still gonna look like a mess up. But anyway, hello everyone, and welcome to another DaraChat. My name is Daramuth, or Dara for short, because some people didn't move past the first grade, and while I can feel sorry for them, not really. But anyway. Yeah, it's their fault. But anyway, I get to have on the lovely Versyssa. Is that how you say it?
Yeah. You were complaining they can't say your name. Imagine everybody butchering mine.
Versyssa. I don't just say like a Betty. It's like Versyssa.
Pretty much. Think
Um,
snake.
I almost got parcel tongue right there.
Yep.
Versyssa. Hello, Lieutenant. How are you? Nice to see you. But anyway, but yeah, thank you for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Oh yeah, of course. I always try to talk to a whole assortment of people, whether it's up on high, on the pedestals of all humanity, or just down here on the ground floor. I like it down here anyway. You can go up. It's nice to go up once in a while to get a little clarity, kind of like the small stuff. Don't sweat the small stuff, that sort of thing. But sometimes it's nice to come back down. It's like, wow, that was a lot. Because it's not pretty when you stay up there too long. But anyway, how are you doing today?
I'm doing okay. Still
What?
trying to regulate my sleep schedule. It's all fucked up. I was up till like 8 a.m. before I ended up passing out.
Why are you staying up so late? What is this?
If I knew, I would fix it.
What are some of the reasons why you're staying up late?
I'm not doing it on purpose. Like
Right.
it's just I'm not tired, and then
Okay.
next thing I know, it's the next morning, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Well, what do you stuff to like keep yourself busy, or you know,
No,
you
like
get
I try and sleep. It just doesn't happen.
it's like you're looking at the ceiling and like trying to count all the dots that are up. There's like one, two. Ah, dang it, I forgot again.
Yeah, it's not good.
Oh goodness, but I mean that's understandable. I don't know if that's what people with like insomnia have, or because I would think insomnia would mean like you're up all the time and you can't get any sleep.
I've always kind of been a night owl. It's
Ah,
just
okay,
been really excessive lately.
yeah. That's understandable. I'm a bit of a night owl myself, but there are times where it's getting close to that midnight hour, and I'm like, what's going on? Yeah.
There are times in the middle of the day I'll be sitting here at this desk, like trying to edit a video or something, and I'm half asleep. And I'm like, I should probably take a nap because I don't think falling asleep in this chair at this desk would be very comfortable.
Oh, listen, I can't remember if I was watching like Netflix or a YouTube video, but I'd fallen asleep. I'd done it like a little bit before, but I was like, I'm fine. But then I fell asleep, and I fell asleep on my arm, like I was doing this, right?
Uh huh.
That was the worst feeling ever.
Yep.
It hurt. Like my wrist hurt so bad. And for a minute there, I thought my middle finger, because I could feel, but I could not feel. Like I had that tingling sensation. So I was like, oh snap. So I'm glad it all came back. It all came back. But yeah, no, I've done it before where I've slept in such a weird way on my chair that it hurt getting up. So yeah, don't sleep in your chair unless it's like one
I'm
of
too
those
old for
nice chairs.
that.
Yeah.
I mean, like I could lean back if I wanted to. It's got a
Yeah.
footrest and everything, but like
Ooh.
anytime I lean back, I automatically feel like I'm falling, even if I'm not. So I
Yeah.
just don't.
Well, that's strange. You would think that the chair would be at least somewhat balanced enough that you'd be able to lean back and like not fall over.
Oh, you can. My
Okay.
husband has done it. My kid
Oh.
tried to do it. I
Uh,
just the second I start leaning back at all, like
uh,
it kind of rocks backward just a little bit, and
yeah.
I'm like, oh God, I'm falling.
Well, I guess that does keep you from sleeping in your chair. So when you do want to fall asleep, you just like, nope, nope, not going to
My
sleep.
bed is like 2 feet away,
Oh,
so just go to bed.
yeah, no. What you should do is you should just aim your chair that way and then fall back into your bed.
That probably would just not work with my luck. I'd probably slip, and I'd still end up falling.
Oh, you never know. You just aim it just right. It's like, how did you get out of bed? I put it that way. I have good aim.
Maybe.
Oh, okay, but yeah, if I try to throw a baseball, like my aim would not be. It's not gonna be pretty. All right, I think my arm will hurt if I try to do that. But no, well, I wish I could get a new chair because my chair is starting to show its age, and I think I've had it for almost a year and a half now. I bought it off Amazon because I had taxes that I could use that money for. Um, but not this time. I am getting something back for my taxes, but not a whole lot to buy another chair. So I'm kind of stuck with this chair until I have enough money. Because I've seen one of those. So your chair looks like one of those office chairs. Uh,
It is. It's the brand Dowinks, and it's one of their office chair models. Yeah,
I've seen some of those chairs, and those chairs look a lot nicer than their
it's
gaming chairs.
comfy.
Oh yeah.
It's thickly padded. It's
Oh,
very wide set, so
oh.
it's heavy, plus size people friendly. Because I am not a small girl, and I have really wide hips. So
Hey, hey, for some people, you know what? I'm not even saying, not even. But um, no,
I
that's
got this
I
back in October.
really.
Yep, I
I'll
got it
teach you how
off
to
the
throw a baseball.
TikTok
No,
shop. It was
yeah,
originally $230, and they had it on sale for like 189. I was like, okay, now's the time to grab it.
there you go. That's actually the smart way to do it. And no, Dad, man, I'm not gonna. No, I don't need you teaching me to throw baseball. But how are you, good sir? Glad to see you. But yeah, I'm not. I'm not gonna go out. I'm not gonna go out and play catch with you. Like, come on, son, let's go outside. Yeah, Dad. No, I got it, Dad. I got it. Oh man. But yeah, I've looked into those chairs on Amazon because I usually buy mostly from Amazon, like my computer parts, bunch of things.
Mhm.
Amazon. Look, I have to give
I just
Amazon
got a
this.
cosplay from Amazon for my birthday stream on the 7th, so
Oh,
I get you.
nice. Happy early birth. Well, let's
Thank you.
see. Seventh
It's like 12
is
days.
12 days. Yeah, it's about no. I'm sorry. 1 week. Then yeah. Yep, it's 12 days. See how about that? Math works.
I counted earlier. I didn't math, I counted. I went, like, back down to 1st grade, and I was just like, 1, 2, 3, 5.
hey, hey, just that, just the moment. Just let me have the moment. No. But no, I mean, well, again, happy early birthday, because those are always the fun times. Once it's your birthday, hey, everyone's celebrating you, and then afterwards, like, who are you again?
Yeah,
A birthday is sort of like a spotlight on you for a bit, and then everyone just disappears afterwards. Like, come on, guys, it was a fun time. But yeah, I've going back to the Amazon thing. Like, majority of stuff I've gotten Amazon because I'm a Prime person. I got Prime. Although I've had to stop it like on and off because
same.
sometimes you can, yeah, sometimes you can afford it, sometimes you can't. Um, and Dadman says you taking chairs. We joke about creating a potty streaming gaming chair. Hey, Homer did it. All right, The Simpsons did it. All right.
I could never. I could absolutely never. Because imagine the smell, and you're basically sitting above it. No thanks.
Mm, yeah, no. And not unless it was like, not like it was just stuck there, right? It was just stuck there, and it was an actual like you flush her down or something like that. Otherwise, yeah, I agree with you. I would not want to be in that position, or anyone near me for that matter, because it's not, it's not gonna be pretty. What's it, honey? What's it? Oh, it's your chair. Never mind.
Mhm.
Oh goodness, but yeah, I one of the things that Amazon does get right is if you're a Prime member, they are good about getting stuff to you quick if within reason. Um, but it's hard to, at least from my perspective, it's hard to buy anywhere else because of that convenience factor. Um, because
Yeah.
I can't, computer parts. Like, the only place I can get computer parts is at a Best Buy, and they are ridiculously pricey.
Oh, yeah,
Ridiculously.
because they absolutely up the price.
And it's just, yeah, nope. And then what else have I bought? I bought this arm my microphone's on. I never had a microphone before, the arm mic before. I had like the stand that it came with, and then after a while I was like, you know what? It'd probably be nicer if I had something where I didn't have to put my stand up and down all the time. Um because it gets kind of tiring.
Yeah.
Um but and Dadman
I've
says,
had a
yeah.
mic arm of one sort or another for God. I've been making content on and off for I started around like 26. I'm going to be 39, so it's been a long time.
So you've probably been at what? Like what sounds like 13 years?
Something like that.
Jeez, god dang,
On and
girl.
off. Yeah.
Um,
Consistency is my downfall.
no,
That and like I need to learn to edit better and do better hooks. And I think that, my content will definitely improve a lot
mhm.
once I figure out what works for me in those areas.
Yeah, it's I've always stated that content creation should be about what works for you. Because I mean, to be honest, the truth of it is like you're always going to be outcompeted in production. There's always going to be
Yeah.
someone else that comes up and does something way much better. It doesn't mean you shouldn't try if you don't want to. I mean, there's always a new skill to learn, but at the same time, it's like it's all. It almost feels like it's all relative in the sense of like, well, I just did all this crazy stuff that's screen and all this and that, and then come to find out 2 weeks later, someone else is beating you at that regard. Like, okay, so there's a positive in competition, uh, healthy competition and learning skills, and there's the downfall of like you'll always be chasing that stick, basically.
Yeah, well, sometimes when you have ideas and stuff like that, the
Yeah.
best thing to do is to move in silence, to start preparing and to start
Mhm.
doing that. That way, if somebody else does it, it wasn't because you announced it and people thought, oh, that's such a great idea, and started taking that idea from you.
Mhm.
And it's easier to just move in silence, put out what you want to do. And then if somebody does something similar, it wasn't because you were all over the place going, I'm doing this, I'm doing this.
Mhm.
Once you've done it and you've uploaded it or you've streamed it or whatever you're doing, then be like, "I did this," and share it around.
Yeah, and then you're like, I beat you at your game and you didn't know. But no, that makes sense because I mean, obviously, this thing of content creation is a wide ocean,
Yeah.
and you already have enough people doing like selling. They're like doing a fish, selling fishes. Basically, there's one fisherman selling this kind of fish, another. It's basically just fish wares, and there's a whole lot that goes into it. But I mean, as long as you find your form of enjoyment out of it, I think that speaks more louder than just like who's the better of production or whatever. Because
Yeah.
I could give or take on that. But I'm different than most people. Most people say that's just dumb, and I'm like, well, you're not doing what I'm doing, so there's that.
I feel like production isn't as important as it used to be because I think, with all these huge creators that have these huge production values and
Mhm.
everything's like really polished and all of
Yeah,
that, people are noticing that a lot of huge creators and a lot of different niches are out of touch with their community and their fans and all of that. And people are like, no, I want someone I can actually relate to that
yeah,
seems real. So they don't seem to care too much about, like, for me, I'm in my bedroom. So,
right.
like, there's
So
a
am I.
freaking laundry basket over here you could kind of like see in the corner. And sometimes it's piled high with laundry. I'm sorry. We have lives.
Right.
Getting everything down to the laundromat because it's cheaper to go to the laundromat than use the machines in our building because they raised the prices again.
Jeez.
So, like, getting down there
Hmm.
can be a hassle sometimes.
Yeah. No, I've believe me, I've had to use the laundromat before, but it was for different reasons. It was reasons called bed bugs. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
no
Don't.
thanks.
Nope. Mm-mm. No, I've. It was a horror show.
I
Uh,
bet.
Oh yeah. Listen, when you're up late at night a squirt bottle of rubbing alcohol, that's when you know it's a doozy of a night. Um, so I,
Yeah.
I got well acquainted with quarters and bringing laundry soap and all that stuff. But you know what? I did enjoy it though, because they had vending machines and they had some game machines there. So sometimes you hit a jackpot.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, it's yeah, I'm in my room too. Like, that's my bed there. Those are my walls, curtains, all this stuff. So I'm
That's a lot
not.
of Post-it notes, by the way.
those are a lot of people who've donated to
That's
me on
cool, but that's a lot of post-it notes.
well, the origin, yes, I understand. I get that one, but the origin story is that um, one of there's two-parter. One part was someone I was streaming, and then someone said, "Hey, your walls look kind of they need some color." Like they were just like this the grayest color you see right there, and so like
Mhm.
okay, well there's that, and there's also another way of I've wanted to find a way of showing appreciation for people who donate because I stream to both Rumble and YouTube, and of course, I'm also streaming to Blaze. But I'm not monetized on YouTube, so I'm not going to get anything from them
Yeah.
until that time, if at all. And so I was like, what's a good way of like being able to show appreciation? Well, I came across a content creator or group called Side Scroller Podcast, and in it, their main person, Craig, was like if someone donated a super chat or a gifted sub or whatever, he would do like a post-it note and all this stuff. And then I looked, and I'm like, he's got a whole wall of colorful post notes. Now they were in order, they were in sort of like color coded order, so he has that. But for me, it was sort of like killing two birds with one stone. There's appreciation and then there's color. And so that's where that sort of idea came from, as I just kind of borrowed it from someone else.
I have a book of subs. Like, I have a notebook that I call the book of subs, and I write, gifted, whatever. Like, I write everybody's names in it.
Well, that's not bad. I would think that you have like a little thing that goes book of subs. You just look at the
No, I don't have anything like that, but that's not a bad idea.
there you go. I'm just giving away free ideas like that. You're welcome.
Mhm.
She does in writing her notebook. Yep, there we go. But yeah, so that was sort of the origin of it. Those are all people who've given Rumble rants. Because again, I can't, I'm not monetized on YouTube for super chats. Because there's two tiers of monetization on YouTube, and one is the first one, which is like you have to have 500 subs, and
Yeah, they changed that
yeah,
last year.
yeah. So it was instead of it was just one like 1,000, you could go two steps, and in order to earn super chats, you have to have the 500 followers and all this stuff. So there is that, which would be fine with me. Like I don't care about the thousand thousand followers. If it happens, it happens.
Mhm.
But I'm not monetized. So with Rumble being like day one monetization, um, it was just an easy way of just like, hey, your name's up there and all that stuff. And many people's names are up there. People who haven't been by in a while, or of course someone who's recently passed. His stuff is up there. So there's a lot of different names up there. Some of the time, multiple times, but that's because I count like each separate one separately. So there's that. Um, but yeah, I needed some color in my life, and that was an answer. Yeah, it's better than staring at a gray wall. I mean, if you were to go back over my previous streams, you would see like it getting bare, start from bare, and then work its way up to like now. So it's insane. But I've also started doing a digital version um, of the wall. So like let me see if I can't find it. Just to give an idea of what it looks like. Oh, here we go. Yes, load for me, Canva, load. There we go. Oh, okay, it's not there yet. There we go. Okay,
What do you need?
give me 1 second. I need to.
Posted over 100,000 in the first 10 minutes of posting it.
Okay. I'm in an interview. I kid, I swear.
No, you're fine.
Literally leaves me
And it's
alone
just-
all day. I'm doing something.
Uh,
There he is.
and that like
Without
magic. He's
fail.
like David Copperfield. Yeah.
It's got to be in children's DNA. I swear. They just know when you're busy, and they're like, "Oh, it's time to go bug them."
Hey, well, you know what? At a certain point, you were in the same boat too. So there's
No.
that.
Really not.
No, really?
No,
Oh,
I
wow.
did not do that to my. Maybe when I was little, But,
Yeah.
like, once I hit a teenager, I was pretty much in my room all the time. I didn't wanna talk to my parents, like, the only time I
Mhm.
talked to them is if I left my room to get something to eat and they spoke to me.
Mm,
Otherwise, I wasn't talking to them.
goodness. But here's the digital wall of all those memoirs. Not all of them. Some of them are still like, so all the ones that have been entered are this kind of nice looking row over here, and the rest have not been entered yet. So, but that's I'm trying to make a digital wall because it's nice to have uh
Mhm.
just that extra point. But there we go. But yeah, we're just trying to do all this stuff to show appreciation and um just know that I'm appreciative of all the people who come by and do because it's not it doesn't happen all the time, to be honest. Like I think it's a rare occasion I get a um rumble rant or a gifted sub or whatever. And hey, Alaska and Jeff, how are you? Hope you're doing well, good sir. Um, but yeah, so is that where the goth part of you comes from? Is just staying in your room all the time?
No, I like the aesthetic.
What what attracts you about it then? Because I mean, there's always something, but
I've honestly couldn't tell you. I just do.
it's just like it's like one of those things where it's just like
I
it describes it.
I
Yeah.
like fishnet, I like black, I like chains, I don't know. I just liked the aesthetic. There was a time when I was a teenager, I went to a carnival
Hmm.
and I had trip pants. So trip pants have like the straps on the back that like crisscross.
Oh, okay.
Well, I had the straps that came with it.
Hmm.
I stole the chains that came with somebody else, a friend's trip pants,
Hmm.
stuck those on. I had a pair of handcuffs. Don't ask me where I got them. I don't know. That were hanging off the front.
Right.
Somebody else was walking around. They had won a pair of fuzzy handcuffs off a game, took those, stuck them on the other one. I was walking around not even caring. Like I thought it was the coolest thing in the world. I was just going around collecting everybody's stuff and hanging them from my pants.
It's pretty interesting. Yeah, that's where'd you get that skateboard? I don't know.
I found it.
That's right. Hey, DMA, how are you?
Dead
Uh,
mom.
a lovely lady. Have had her on before. She's awesome.
I know.
Uh,
She's a
but
close
no,
friend.
yeah, and I believe she's friends with Reanimator.
Reanimator? Yeah.
Yep, Reanimator. Yep.
I wouldn't say that I was necessarily friends with Reanimator because I don't really know her that well, but
Right.
we're acquainted.
Yeah.
She's a cool lady.
Yeah, you guys all have a sort of theme running across you, whether it be horror or some form or another. I'm here to support my girl. Well, yes, get it, get here
Mhm.
and get it. But glad to see you again, Dead Mom. Um, oh goodness, but yeah, I know another person as well who's very much into the goth. Um, what do they call that? Just the goth living of it. Like her name's Libertarian Goth or Libby G, and I've had her on, and she's sort of all into it. Although she likes the very like sharp, pointy nails, which I'm pretty sure
Oh,
she'll.
if I could keep them short but
Mhm.
pointy, okay. But like an inch, 2 inches long, I can't do it. I'd stab myself in the eye, among other places. Can't, no, how I understand that they like do claws like this and type with
Yeah,
I can't. No, that's too much for me.
yeah. That for me. It's just like it almost feels like you're trying to be like an eagle and you're trying to claw at your prey, like ah.
Kinda.
You try to help somebody out and you scratch their arm. It's like, no, I'm so sorry. Oh, I didn't mean that. that would be that'd be just awful. But yeah, it's not my forte. I get why it's kind of part of that aesthetic, but I just it's not my cup of tea. Of like, are you trying to scare me? Or are you trying to trying to keep away? I don't know what's going on here. Um, but yeah, I've known. Let's see. I don't know if there's someone else I know that's in the goth, but I do know that it's very much a subculture of its own. The golf stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it can be. I wouldn't necessarily say that I'm all into that because,
Mm,
let's be honest, some people take that all way too seriously. Like,
yep.
way too seriously. They're like, "You're not goth if," and it's like, you know what? Who cares?
Right.
For some people, it's a style of dress.
Yeah.
For some people, it's a whole movement, and it's like, you know what? I'm just gonna be over here
Mm,
dressing the way I want.
yeah.
You guys can have the movement. I know nothing about that. I'm
Mm.
gonna stay over here. I'm gonna enjoy the music that I like, and I'm gonna do my thing. And you guys can get all up in arms over the dumbest shit.
Yeah, because at a certain point, it's just like you were with the handcuffs and stuff. It's like you just did your thing and didn't care
Yep.
about who was looking and all that stuff. Let's see. Oops, sorry. Trying to respond to the people at the Blaze side. I can't bring it up in studio, unfortunately. So sorry, guys, in the Blaze side. Hope you're
Yeah,
doing
I
well.
tabbed it up in another window.
But yeah, hope you're doing. You could be what you want. There you go. She says it loud and proud. Be what you want, girl.
Yep.
Just don't poke anyone's eye out. That's all I ask.
Listen, no one is scary when they've been poked in the eye. Okay?
Mm,
Think about it. Because they're like,
mm.
"Ah, God," and then, they're grabbing their eye and shit, and they're no longer scary.
That is true. I, w-
Exactly.
I wonder if that could be done. I wonder if that could be done to like in the horror movies where instead of them just running, they just poke the bad guy in the eye and they
I
see
wanna
if
see
that.
somebody do it. It'd be hilarious. The killer's coming at him, they got him pinned, and they just, fingers to the eyes, and they're like, "Ah!"
and then the movie ends is like, and that's how they got away.
Right? He couldn't see.
What do you?
Can't see, he can't chase you, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like who the heck? So people were like, how the heck did you figure that one? I was like, I just thought of it.
Mhm. Yeah.
Or stab your nut bits. Hey, whoa, young lady, calm it down over there in chat. Goodness sake. But no, I'd really like to see that movie. Just one horror movie where that the people finally figure out maybe they shouldn't go inside the house. Just one movie.
I have played so many video games over the years, and I've watched so many movies that it's like, I see it, and I'm like,
Mm.
"That's a trap." Or I'm reading a book, and, like, they're talking about somebody going in and doing something, I'm sitting there like, "Why are you stupid? That's a trap." Like, "Why are you stupid? You are walking into a trap." So, I don't think I would necessarily get, you know, Jesus, dead mom.
I wanna dead mom says I wanna identify as a bank so I can be stuffed with money.
Don't we all?
Careful, young lady, that might be taken the wrong way, and then you don't want that answer. And then Alaskaman Jeff says, "Be what you want. I want to be Caesar. I demand tributes." Yes, he demands tribute. Give unto Caesar what is Caesar's, except he is not Caesar.
No,
Um,
thanks.
yeah.
I refuse his tribute to give him tribute. I am contrary that way.
Just flick a booger at him. That'll be his tribute. Hey, Caesar! Get him right in the eye.
Right?
And then
Don't
Alaskaman
make
Jeff
me sick Brutus on you.
That's right. Alaskaman Jeff says horror movies are made about the stupid person. Exactly, because no one
They
seems to
really
be
are.
smart in those movies. Yeah, no one seems to be smart in those movies, and I don't know why. Um, but yeah, that flick a booger, flick a booger in the bad guy's eye, and that's the end of the movie right there. We just won. Um,
Spitballs to the eyes,
yes.
carry around a straw and some paper.
Yeah, people are like, oh no, wait, guys, I got an idea. I got an idea. And it
Get him.
works.
Be
It
like,
works.
run! He can't see. His eyes are glued shut by spitballs.
Oh goodness. Hey Wendy, how are you? Hope you're doing well. Have a yeah. Hope you're doing well. But that would be something because he's not wrong. Like horror movies, they rely on like there's suspense ones. There's hey NGM. There's suspense one. There are thriller ones. There's psychological. Gore and gut and all that stuff. But they
I
always
like
rely.
paranormal and occult ones the best. Like what the new fuck, what's his name? He was in the original Gladiator. I can't fucking remember.
Russell Crowe.
Yeah, Russell Crowe. He was the priest
Mm.
in that the new Exorcist movie or whatever.
Mm.
So fucking good.
Mm. Wasn't like the Pope's Exorcist or something like that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Really fucking good. Loved it.
Goodness. And then Dead Mom says, "I love all the horror."
She
Hey,
does.
I believe it. I believe it. Wendy says, "Versyssa, we have a lawyer who dresses the same way as you do. Her name is Inez Wesky. Inez Wesky, a lawyer.
Goth lawyer.
Goth
Love
lawyer.
it. Love it. Corporate goth.
There you go. Going in, solving, representing the innocent and looking dark while she does
Scared the
do it.
crap out of everybody in the courtroom. Love
That's
it.
right. Bring a Jack in the box and everyone doesn't know what's inside. And she's like, turn the handle. Turn it.
Do you want to play a game?
I like the scary movie version of that better because
Oh, love scary movie. But this just goes to show that the younger generation gets so butthurt over everything because they don't know how to process their feelings correctly and move through them and move past them, because there are literally people on TikTok trying to cancel the new scary movie, and it's like, this is the franchise. That's what makes it funny. It makes fun of everything.
yeah.
Literally everything. Nothing goes untouched.
Mhm.
That's what made it funny. And you guys are like, we need to sit this generation down and be like, you need to watch the stuff that we watched and understand that y'all are too sensitive. Yeah.
Well, and that's understandable. The Wayne Bros are the best. Yes. But they kind of went out from, I think, like from the second movie. After the second movie, they're kind of out from it, so it was kind of off. But there were still some people that were in it that still kept it going to some degree. But that I can understand. But I also think it's part and parcel because of how many allowed things to get there. Because it's not just like it didn't just happen overnight.
It's the parents too. Yeah, it's just the way things have gone,
Mhm.
Everybody, there's nothing wrong with worrying about your kid, taking care of them, their well-being, all of that, both
Yeah.
physically and mentally.
Mhm.
However, a lot of these parents are doing their kids a disservice because they aren't teaching them how to get through these feelings. And if they can't fucking do it, find somebody who can. A counselor, a therapist, whoever.
Mhm.
Grandma, like I grew up as a little freaking girl, right? I'm like
Mhm.
4.
Mhm.
I have a home movie somewhere at my parents' house.
Mhm.
I'm crying because I fell down. I'm 4. I'm gonna fucking cry, right? It hurt.
Mhm.
My dad, stop crying or I'll give you something to cry about. Because
Mhm.
that was their generation.
Mhm.
Did I stop crying? Fuck no. Did he do anything about it? No.
Mhm. Yeah, and there's many parents who are like that. And Alaskaman Jeff says every generation has its issues, but also their strengths. Very
Yeah.
true. Very true. But yeah, it is a multitude of things, but it always starts with the parents first for that regard, and or no parents, right? So because not
Yeah.
because
That
not
creates a whole slew of other issues.
yeah, which is a sad point unto itself. But it also should be noted that at a certain point, like, there are people who've grown up in broken homes. There are people who've grown up without parents, like adopted or whatever. Or not adopted, but like grow up through that system. There's a lot of
Yeah.
different ways of that point. Um, but it's always interesting to see the reaction too of like, at least from my perspective, you know, we talk about, oh, it's the sort of this in a drip down term, a sort of a sissy generation, but the question becomes like, has anyone really um
I don't think they're
done?
necessarily sissies. I just think no one taught them how to deal with these feelings in a healthy manner and how to move through them and move past them.
Yeah.
Dima, yeah, I sat on my grandpa's steps at the bottom, like
Mhm.
the steps from going from the basement
Yeah.
upstairs. He opens the door, me and my uncle, because he was that anyway, my uncle was around the same age as me. He was like a year older. Anyway, um we're sitting on the bottom of the stairs. We hear the
Mhm.
door open. We kind of turn and look up. We're like, oh, fuck. And he's like, you better get off my fucking stairs or so help me God, you're going to get the belt. And he starts to unbuckle it. We booked it. We're like, nope, I'm out.
Mhm.
Never sat on the stairs again. Never. I was not going to. Nope. He'd
Right.
follow through. He was an old military man. This man, okay. Have you seen the movie We Were Soldiers?
I think I've heard of it, but I don't think I've seen it.
Mel Gibson. They went to Vietnam.
No, I
Yeah.
don't think I've seen it.
Well,
Yeah.
if you watch it,
Mhm.
there was also a book. My
Mhm.
grandfather is named in that book, if
Really?
I am remembering correctly.
Mm.
He was there. He went through that hell.
Mhm.
And then the higher ups in the army, after
Mhm.
they got everybody out,
Mhm.
thought it was a grand fucking idea to send him back 3 days later.
Mm.
Yeah. So,
It's crazy.
when he said he was going to do something, he was going to do it.
Yeah, I can
So
believe
when
that.
he said, "Oh, you're gonna get the belt," okay, sir, I'm sorry, I will never do it again, and I never did it again.
Yeah, which is understandable, especially with you have someone who's gone through that. And NGM says, for the couple of years I've had this idea for a movie
That would
uh,
be hilarious.
uh, that I need the Wayne brothers for. It's a race gender swap version of Sister Act called Brother Act. Well, it could work. The nuns are choir boys played by famous rap and R&B singers, and the main guy is a white dude like Ed Helms or something, and he has to teach all these choir boys how to sing. I could see Ed Helms doing that,
Yeah.
and they're giving him flack for it. And hey, Wendy, and Wendy says, I recognize what you're saying. When you felt then they were saying that makes you tough, is what
I
she's
don't think
saying.
it necessarily made us tough, but I think we had to learn how to I was scared. I was scared of my grandpa for a while after he said that, and I had to learn how to deal with that. Cause
Hmm.
like, crying to my mom or dad wasn't gonna do anything,
Right.
like, he always told us not to sit on the stairs, cause
Mm-hmm.
someone would get hurt that way trying to come down or, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and we did it anyway. Like, yes, it taught us respect.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, maybe not in the best way,
Mm-hmm.
but we learned how to respect our parents,
Mm-hmm.
our grandparents. Eh, yeah.
Not so much being taught, is what she said.
Not so
Um,
much being tough, her fingers are typoing.
uh
You can
oh.
tell I've been around her enough. I saw right through that typo.
It's tough. Okay, not in, not so much being tough. Yeah, and I can understand that, but there are um, certainly there were many people who grew up through that and came out okay with those lessons in mind. But again, just like the Vietnam War, not everyone makes it through okay, and so you do have that duality
Yeah.
of the situations.
Well,
Um,
some people can it's a mental thing. Some of us are able to go through it, to feel it, to understand, like in
mhm,
that sense something fucking horrible happened and you went
mhm,
through it and you
mhm.
survived.
Yeah.
And some people just they can't come to terms with what happened.
Mhm,
And that's even for, you know, current wars or whatever is going on. I'm not
mhm.
exactly up to date on that because the
That's
world
fine.
is getting scary.
Well, it's always been scary. It's just the every year or month or whatever we live through it, and something always comes up to remind us of that scariness.
As a millennial, I have been living most of my life through historical events.
Mhm.
I'm tired. Can we not for like a while, like years? Can we just not? Like it'd
Mhm.
be great.
Well, yeah, and that's understandable. I don't think many, if at all, people enjoy like stuff like wars or whatnot. But then the question becomes is like, you talk about historical events. I mean, you yourself are a bit of a historical event, depending on how you want to see it. But um, but yeah, it's just one of those things where I get it, but I also like to try to look at it from a different perspective, especially when I've also had other people who've had kids as well, and there's variance in how you go about on being that parent. Um, DMA says it's always scary. The entertainment industry, especially Hollywood, are set to distract
Well,
us
they're doing
from
a
it all.
shit job because of social media.
Yeah,
It's so easy to see what's going on everywhere because of social media,
yeah,
and in my opinion, there's a bunch of stuff our country and our government needs to just keep our noses out of.
hmm,
We got problems here we ain't even solved.
yeah,
Quit trying to solve everybody else's problems. Fix your own shit first.
hmm,
Then, if you need to go out and be like, well, we did this, it worked great. Okay, fine, try it. But like, fix our shit first.
yeah, and that's definitely been a sentiment that's been restated many times over.
Yeah,
Um, but it's also, at least from my perspective, it's also on the people within the country to be responsible and hold the
push
people
for
that.
that.
Well, no, it's on the responsibility of the people to keep their government in check, and when you're more worried about trying to pay your bills, put food on the table, all this stuff, if you have a family, or if you don't, and just.
Honestly, I think that's why we are where we are.
Mhm,
Keeps us compliant, it keeps us in control
mhm.
until it gets to a breaking point where it's just not gonna keep us where they want us.
Mm. Well, and I think that breaking point is far from it because right now you have just the talk online, and
Yeah. Well, a lot of
though,
people, all
yeah,
they do is talk online. They don't follow through with
mm,
anything.
mm,
They just they talk online for clicks and likes and whatnot to get paid, but
mhm.
they literally have no follow through.
Yeah, certainly there are the rare few, but um, the problem of it is you know when discussing the things of the country and stuff, it still is a problem of action, and to all those
Yeah.
who want action to happen, like you're gonna have to get up and do it. They can't be just talking all the time about it.
Yeah.
um, and Wendy says, I remember that my grandparents didn't speak about what happened in the World War II. Many, I doubt many would. um,
Yeah. My grandpa didn't really want to talk about Vietnam and stuff like that. And I don't blame him one
yeah,
bit. He went through something absolutely fucking horrible.
mm,
I don't blame him for not wanting to talk about it.
yeah, yeah,
I
and
never I never saw him have any PTSD episodes, none of that. So like he was extremely fortunate
mhm,
that he came through it without being mentally damaged, but in a way that manifested itself.
mhm.
But him not wanting to talk about it definitely says that what happened was not okay.
Yeah, yeah, and the many case for many others, especially for those of any war, really, Vietnam, World War I, two. And Alaskaman Jeff comes up and says, history is one challenge after another, of course, and we've definitely had our fair share. That being said, I see a lot of bigger issues on the horizon. And he finishes off with, all we can do is build our community and care for family and friends. And yeah, that's basically where it's at, because um, worrying about everything beyond the scope you can really puts a hamper on your ability to just act. And yeah, it's understandable in what people are talking about and what the changes they want to see, but you really do have to be what the saying is: be the change you wish to see in the world. Otherwise, it's just going to be another conversation going nowhere at that point. But yeah, that's an interesting factor for the military stuff, because we had mentioned, I believe we talked about, like, you'd said that kids don't know how to, or the parents didn't teach kids how to handle the emotion. But what do you do with someone who's been through war and stuff like that, and trying to get that through? How do you deal with that
They
remark?
need to be the example. They need to show their family and their kids that going to therapy is not a bad thing. It doesn't mean that you know, it's okay to ask for help.
Mm,
And I think I mean, therapy and stuff is way more normalized, especially taking medication if you need it, all of that. But still, especially when it comes to men,
mm,
there's a stigmatism when it comes with going to therapy.
mm,
You're not a real man if you can't just buckle up and handle it and blah blah blah.
mm.
No, like if you need to fucking talk to somebody, go talk to somebody. If you need to
Yep.
be on medication for whatever fucking reason, go.
Mm,
Try medications. Find the one that works for you
mm,
under doctor supervision. Like,
mm,
there's nothing fucking wrong with it. My husband, a family member died a few years back, and
mm,
he looked at me numb and like he was trying to hold it in, and I just walked up to him and I hugged him, and he broke,
mm,
and I let him just break for like a half an hour.
mm,
I just held him. I was like, there's literally nothing I can do and nothing I can say, but I can show him that it's okay to have feelings. That's
mm.
for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, it shows that you at least care. Cause obviously there's that, like you said, there's that stigma of if you can't handle it, then you're not a man. But um, obviously it can be way worse. And
Yeah.
if no one has, if someone could be there to pick you up, but not someone pick them up, what does it mean then? It's very, very sad.
Mhm.
Um, Wendy says, sadly enough, the governments didn't learn from those periods. Learned. Learned from those periods. Yeah, and that's understandability, but neither did the people. Otherwise, they would have their government under better control. But that's neither here nor there. Um, but yeah, but that's a good thing that at least you're able to outreach, and sometimes that is the case, right? Like even if it wasn't for your husband, for someone else, like sometimes the best thing is not words of wisdom or some form of like, here's the plan or whatnot. It is simply just being present. Because I think that's one thing that I think people overlook at times, is where there's times to say something, sure, but there are times where it's best not to say anything at all and just be present for what is, because can't can't have all the answers, unfortunately.
Yeah.
See, it's the tough part, is we all wish we had all the answers, but um, we never will, and that is okay. That is okay. And Wendy says, in the end, we are all humans with feelings. Yes, yes, we are. We're all humans with feelings, and if we can understand better how to approach, and not in a like, you know, sort of what's the best way to say it? Not sort of like a oh man, not not justifying. What is it? It's not in the sense of being weak, but understanding that you have a place to come to that's not going to judge you for simply being open to, I'm not okay. And that's a tough line for anyone. It mostly, again, it seems like it's a big chunk for men, but I think on women too, like there's not a honest open space where both sides can come
Yeah.
and
I mean,
just
women
say,
just get called crazy. That's
hey.
just, "Oh, she's crazy." Like, she may not be crazy. She may
Mm,
just need a little bit of fucking help and understanding, just like with guys. They may just need a little bit of help and understanding instead of, "Well, he's a guy, he should be able to handle it." No,
mm,
there is some shit that we as humans just can't fucking handle by ourselves without talking to someone who understands, you
Mhm.
know, the feelings and the emotions and the horror that you might be going through.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you never know what someone has gone through until you either find some way of talking to them or, you know, walk a mile in their shoes, as the saying goes. Alaska Man Jeff says, I remember having to attend ceremonies where fallen soldiers were flown home. Many times where the coffins come, you see pain firsthand and then wonder if your family was next. But there was hope there too. I'm against medication and substance abuse because it only masks pain without solving it. Let pain grow you without embittering you. That's what I learned. Interesting. I like the word embittering. Embittering.
I mean, I agree with the substance abuse part, but some of us have, you know, an abnormality in
Mm.
our brain that causes us to need medication to
Mhm.
function more normally. People with severe ADHD who need, you know, medication, like severe mental illness that because their brain chemistry is different. Like that's a need sometimes.
Yeah.
Some people learn to um they learn how to cope
Mhm.
without it, but some
Mhm.
people just can't, you
Yeah.
know?
That's why I think you have people who turn to, well, alcohol or drugs or some form of substance that just takes one out of it. Because
Especially for people who need, serotonin and they get, like, you know, s that feeling from doing the drugs,
mhm,
you know, their body recognizes that they, like, need that feeling
yeah,
but, you know, then it's just a slippery slope, so
yeah, definitely when dopamine, right? The dopamine hit, that can be a slippery slope
yeah.
itself. Um, but yeah, I kind of have to look into that of that. Let pain grow without embittering you. And that's a hard one because pain, some people with pain don't always grow beyond the bitter part. Some people hold on to it like a grudge or something of that nature,
Yeah,
and they let it poison their well, which to some degree is understandable, and others it's not because of that remark. Um, but it's not without its point of like challenges, right? Where you're speaking on challenges of life, challenge of certain things here and there, to grow beyond that. It's just some people don't know how to handle it well, like you've stated,
yeah,
and it's
and
it's
they
not.
need help learning how.
Yeah, I mean they help learning how. And Wendy says, as an outsider, you can't watch in others' minds. Yes, you can't read people's minds. Is also another way of saying it. Or
Just like you can't force someone to get help. If they don't
yeah,
want help, they're not gonna get it,
yep.
period. And that goes for somebody with mental health issues, that goes for, addicts.
Hmm.
If they don't want help, they're not gonna get it. My uncle, my dad's brother,
Mm,
recently passed due to
mm,
overdose
mm,
because he got a little life insurance payout from his mother passing away a few
mm.
months before that.
Right.
And none of us are surprised. He has been an addict for most of his life, and
Mhm,
it sucks, and I feel bad because, you know, that was my dad's brother, but I never liked the man.
mhm,
Um, he was not a good person,
mhm,
and, you know, all I can do is be there for my dad if he needs me,
mhm.
you know? But, I mean, again, none of us were surprised. He didn't want help, he didn't wanna change, he had been offered help so many times by so many different people.
Yeah.
It came to the point where his mom was the only one left who was still trying to help him, and he didn't wanna change, he didn't wanna stop, so it ended up killing him.
Mhm. Sometimes you have to reach the bottom in order to get back up, and
Well,
or
that's the basement level, there is no coming up from that one.
yeah, and it's very very 6 feet under
Yeah,
sort of level. But it's not wrong in a stasis like there. Are those people that they have to reach the very end of the line before they can change. Otherwise, it just
yeah.
ends. And
Yeah.
that's the sad fact of it.
I
But
mean, to that point, I was in an abusive relationship when I was 19. He was
Mhm.
very verbally abusive and
Mm.
controlling, and I didn't really recognize it until I was too deep in, and one day he was screaming at me. I was hiding in the closet because I
Mhm.
had, like, these built-in shelves that came up from the floor, and they almost looked like steps,
Yeah.
and I was laying curled up on one, and he's screaming in my face and screaming in my face. He leaves the room. I go into the bedroom. He comes back. He's screaming in my face. He pushed me down on the bed. He's still screaming in my face, and at that point, I'm so fed up and so tired. I'm like, "You know what? I'm about to get into a fist fight with man." I told him, I was like, "Go ahead, hit me, so see what happens."
Mhm.
And I said it a couple times, and he goes, "What you gonna do? Have your daddy beat my ass? I'll have your daddy shot." Instantly, he was against the wall.
Mm.
I am 5'3", he was nearly 6 foot, he was very well built and muscled,
Mhm.
and I had him against the wall. You don't fucking talk about my stepdad like that. That man did not have to be in my life. You could say whatever you want about my mom, but
Mhm.
saying something about my dad immediately set me off. I had him against the wall, he pushed
Mhm.
me back, I started pushing, 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 pushing. I had him teetering at the top of the steps. Told him, "You better run back to your mama because if you so much as threaten a hair on my dad's head, you will
Mhm.
find out what it is to really piss me off." He ran to his mommy. I
Mhm.
called up my mom, I was like, "Mom, I gotta get out of here
Mhm.
or I'm gonna catch a charge." She was like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "He has been abusing me for the longest time, and I finally had enough,
Mhm.
and I need to get out of here." And she's like, "Okay, where's the nearest Western Union?" She wired me money. I got my computer out of pawn. I called up Rent-A-Center. I was like, "You guys need to be here tomorrow to grab all this stuff because I am not paying for it, and,
Mhm.
I no longer live there. The person that does live there, I am not gonna pay for it for him, blah, blah,
Right.
blah." I texted him, and I was like, "Rent-A-Center is gonna be there at this time. If you're not there, they have your name, your phone number, your mother's address. They will come for their stuff because I am not paying for it, and they know
Mhm.
that."
Mhm.
And I left. I ended up when I was with this guy, I ended up in the emergency room twice,
Mhm.
due to a dystonic reaction, they called it, to um, I think it was a bipolar medication because they were trying him and his mother were trying to say that I was bipolar. So she
Mhm.
sent me to her doctor, her
Mhm.
general practitioner, and um, he prescribed this.
Right.
And he and I got into an argument, and it caused this reaction, to
Mhm.
where at first my tongue was literally trying to, uh, remove itself from my mouth,
Mhm.
or no, first it was trying to put itself down my throat. So
Right.
I'm driving to the emergency room holding onto my tongue so I can fucking breathe,
Right.
right? And then I'd have been holding it like that so long that it kinda locked up and it was trying to, like, get out of my mouth at that point. I get to the emergency room, they give me a shot of Benadryl, and instantly everything starts relaxing and I feel better.
Mhm.
And I'm like, "I don't wanna fucking take this."
Mhm.
Well, it was already in my system for the day. We go back, we get into another fucking argument
Mhm.
because the dog got out and ran the fuck away, and I'm like, "Why do you think the dog ran away? He don't fucking like you."
Mhm.
So we get into another argument, it starts happening again. I am now driving myself, by
Mhm.
myself, without him in the car this time, to the emergency room to get another
Right.
Benadryl shot. Like,
Mhm.
it literally took him threatening my dad for me to want to get out of that situation, and I had been in that situation for more than a year. And
Mhm.
I knew in my head that this was toxic, it's wrong. Saw all the red flags. I knew this is bad, and he's gonna
Yeah.
escalate, and he's gonna start hitting me at some fucking point.
Mhm.
But I didn't have the strength to try and get out of it until that happened, and I'm really glad that, I got out before it got any worse.
Yeah. You certainly found your rock bottom and you got out.
Yeah.
That's certainly not an easy thing to do, even for by anyone. And see you later, Lescom and Jeff. Thank you for being here. But yeah, that's that. Look, to be honest, you're probably one of the lucky ones because
Yeah.
many don't.
Because I fought for it. It
Mm,
came to a point where I knew I had to get out, and
mm,
it just, like, something clicked in my head, and I was ready to fight for it.
yep, yep. That's where either I guess it comes that thing of, hey, Fodub, How's it going? And it's I don't thank you for the kindness. It is an interview. It's a conversation, my man. Um, but thank you for being here, good sir. But yeah, glad that you are here though. Otherwise, I wouldn't get to talk to a young lady like yourself. But that might get me in trouble later. But but anyway, before we continue on, it is the top of the hour, and so what happens? Versyssa. Just kidding. Just gonna have that every time. Versyssa. But before we continue further, I do this thing at the top of the hour where I set aside some time for me and my guests to promote our stuff. Even if they're not a content creator, like if they want to say a few words or something like that, they can. But it's basically just like a break time. Like we got our thing and we're having a great conversation, and it's time to have a little break. So, and Wendy says, Mrs., you can be proud of yourself that you got out of situations and you can be an example for many women. True. That is very true.
I have done my best to fight for a lot of friends that found themselves in similar situations. I have a friend who is in a similar situation now, and she still hasn't gotten out, and I'm afraid for her, but she has
Mm,
started fighting back against the control that he has tried to um, maintain over her, and I'm glad
mm.
for it. So it's a start. She's finally seeing that she's worth a whole lot more than this man has been making her feel.
Yep. Yep. It's an unfortunate thing that happens, but it does happen for both men and both women and men alike. Unfortunately. But going back to, it's not, oops, why didn't I do that? Oh, there we go. So these are your links, Versyssa.
Yep.
So if you want to, if you want to promote yourself in your own way, the floor is yours.
I'm a gaming streamer. I like to have fun. My content is 18 plus because I am not here to babysit your kids. I'm not. I say some raunchy shit. I swear a lot, obviously.
Mm,
I recently started getting into weekly cosplay on
mm,
stream where I get ready, maybe do a face paint to go along with the overall outfit, but it's always a full on cosplay.
mm.
Um, just here to make a community, chill and have fun, maybe teach some people some streaming stuff or like some in-game stuff along the way.
Yeah, it's not bad, man. And all her links are right there. Now I couldn't. Now your Blaze one wasn't in your beacons whole thing, so I had to put that separately. But all her links,
Yeah, I haven't put that in there.
there you go. But all her links I could find are right there. So if you want to find out more about Versyssa and all the crazy fun things she does, you can find it right there. And of course, Blaze is a new link that she just started. I think what you just started that what not too long ago, didn't you? On Blaze.
Yeah, like I've had a Blaze account since before it seems all the Rumble peeps
Mm.
uh have found it because I was scrolling TikTok and
Oh,
they had a very small TikTok presence when I found them and I was like, "Oh,
oh,
well, new platform, time to go poke around." So I went and I made an account, because that's what I do.
yeah,
I'm not afraid of change, especially in the content industry, because it's always changing.
true,
So
true.
checking out new platforms, whether they get used in long run or not,
Yeah,
it doesn't really matter. But at least checking them out and taking your name is always a good thing. That
yeah,
way you have it and nobody else does.
yeah.
Um, but I only recently started streaming there in the last week or so, and I've only streamed there a couple times.
Oh, well, I hope it works out well for you. Cause yeah, I'm streaming there as well just to try it out. Cause unfortunately, it doesn't come through all of it very well through Rumble Studio. So there's that
Yeah.
end. But again, all her
I
links will
use
be.
Meld, so I use Meld for my multi-streaming. I push that to Rumble Studio from there.
Mm,
So any other platforms, it's coming straight from my streaming software. But again, that Meld doesn't have all the chats built in either. The only place I know of that has a very diverse
mm,
set of chats built in would be Beamstream.
yep. Yeah, I've heard that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know actually another gentleman. His name is Fanatic
Yeah.
Fanatic Gaming who streams there as well, and he swears up and down for it. So, but I've not used it myself. I have an account, but I haven't used it. I'm not interested in going like the. He's like 11 different platforms. I'm like, you can keep that.
Yeah, that's too many for me to focus on all at once. I couldn't do it. I feel like at a certain point, multi-streaming becomes detrimental because you're gonna miss messages, and that's
Yeah,
gonna hinder you in the long run.
yeah,
But
and
that's just my
yeah. No, you're not wrong. I'd rather stick with a few than with a lot. And for right now, I think streaming to YouTube and Rumble and Blaze. I think that's a good combination, at least that works for me right now. But hopefully, all the places you stream to, hopefully they work for you too. Because yeah, it like you
I
said.
only stream to Twitch so that Streamladder can grab clips. That's the only reason I'm streaming there.
Oh, because it doesn't work on the other places.
It doesn't work on Rumble.
What about YouTube?
Eclipse does, but Eclipse is kind of crap
Mhm.
in my opinion.
Right.
Um, what platforms does it work with as
Because
far as Twitch or Kick? So I mean, I could do Kick, but like Kick is all bots. So
yeah, because I know that you because I use Opus Clips, although I've begun using NGM, who does a pretty good job with it. But I know, like, I would think at this point, almost everything works with YouTube, because because it's been around for so long. But
yeah,
yeah,
Streamladder doesn't necessarily say YouTube, so I don't know.
yeah,
Like you can post to it from their like scheduling
mhm,
part, but like as far as pulling clips and stuff from it, I have to figure out like why I tried to go live on YouTube
mhm.
the other day and it just like it said I was live in my streaming software, but in like the YouTube studio it just wasn't working. So I got to figure out what's going on there.
Yeah. Sometimes you just have to find the. I guess maybe try the rehook the URL and all that stuff and see if that works. But yeah, because I know through Rumble Studio, all I have to do is just enter my account to.
Yeah, Kenna.
Yeah.
Yeah, Blaze. Tomby's talked about it and a bunch of other streamers.
Oh yeah, yep. For this one, yes, Wendy. Tomby has talked about it, so yes. But many other people were doing it before him and stuff. So it's just another platform to try. Don't know where it will go, but for right now, it seems to be working. Other than it not cooperating well with Rumble Studio in the manner of like chats and stuff, I'm hoping that will change sometime in the future, depending on
Yeah,
whether.
but you should be able to in the live stream or dashboard on Blaze, you should be able to pop out the chat. I have.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I have.
So,
I've been
I mean,
doing that
at
for a
least
while.
that's available.
Oh yeah, definitely been doing that. But again, links. Oops, sorry. But again, links will be both on the Rumble side and YouTube side. So if you'd like to check out where Versyssa is, that's where you'll
You
go.
can pretty much probably just type my name in on any platform and find me.
And
I'm pretty good about snatching my name everywhere. I can't guarantee I'm posting,
yeah.
but you can find me.
I heard she was on a bus one day, and they oh look, she's on a billboard. She's right there.
I actually have been on a billboard in Times Square. I
What?
have the pictures. Yes,
What was
I
it for?
100% have. It was so fucking cool. Let me see if I can find them.
What was it for?
So there is a platform called Passes.
Hmm.
It's
Oh yeah,
a subscription kind of based
like
thing where
like
you
a
have these tiers. Now, it is not an adult site. They are
mhm.
very, very strict with that. It
Yes.
is safe for work content only.
Mhm.
So, um, but yeah, I have not made a dime on there, but they put out a thing and they were like, "Hey, if you want to be on a billboard, fill this out." And I was like, "What's the worst they can do? Not put me up there?" So I filled it out and then they sent me a message and they were like, "Hey, you're on the billboard." I was like, "Oh shit." So I'm trying to scroll through my Twitter because I'm pretty sure I posted it at some point. So I'm scrolling through my media to see if I can't find it real quick.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome though. It's like Times Square. That's like, who's
Yeah,
that lady with the red hair? And then they just
yeah.
disappear quickly. It's like, ah, whatever. But that is pretty
There we
awesome though.
go. Found it.
Whenever you can, whenever you want, you can share the screen. So just whenever you're ready. It's not. It's like a. So down in the bottom, you'll see like a TV with an arrow going up. You can
Okay.
press on that, and you share the tab of what you want, and then we can bring it up.
Uh,
There we go. Hold on. There. Oh wow! Look at that. That's pretty awesome.
yeah, yeah. Fucking Valentine's Day last year, I was on the fucking billboard in Times Square.
Nice.
That's probably my biggest achievement so far. I thought it was cool as
Wow.
hell.
That is pretty awesome. Who is that? It'd be nice if they'd put like your. Did they put your name with your picture
Yeah,
or
you
no?
can't. It's right. So if you see the stoplight that's right in front of
Uh huh.
the photo, you
Yeah.
could see the SSA
Yeah.
in the bottom corner of the photo. So
Mhm.
it kind of got blocked.
Yeah. I would have put like a big name underneath like your neck, so it'd been like Versyssa, so that way people could have seen your name.
Well, on the left-hand side, it has passes.com/Versyssa.
Oh, that works.
Yeah.
But if
So they did
yeah,
advertise me.
yeah,
Did it bring me anything? No, but it was still cool as fuck.
it's very rare you'll get that. So lap it up. Um,
Yep.
but no, that's pretty awesome though. But yeah, one day I'll see my name in a I'll probably see it on a side road like this. This is the DaraChat show. I was like, oh wow, I got something at least. Oh, but anyway, but no, thank you for sharing that. And of course, again, links down below on both the Rumble side and YouTube side. But from my end of things, whether you're on either end or on Blaze, if you're on Blaze too, because I'm there, I'll have to add that to my link tree sometime. But whether you're whatever site you're on that I'm streaming to, if you wouldn't mind leaving a like, sharing the content, leaving a comment or follow, anything that helps with that engagement factor, that sweet engagement factor is much appreciated because not only is it helping being seen more, like all content creators want to be. I mean, let's be honest, they do. But it also helps in having other people on, like Versyssa, like Alaskaman Jeff, like Wendy, like so many people. Again, over 330 various guests have been on DaraChat, and always looking to have more on. So again, I think I'm the only person, at least as far as I know, I think I'm the only content creator connect that can. Well, maybe other Joe Rogan, but that's a totally different level I'm not at yet. I'm not as bulky as Joe Rogan. Okay, so let's not go that far. But for right now, over 330 various guests. So all that engagement factor, whether on Blaze, YouTube, Rumble, it doesn't matter which one. Any help with that engagement factor is much appreciated. So thank you for that. And I should have to I need to let people know that there's a storm going outside my window. So if I disappear, my power went out. So that's just
Oh, rip.
foreshadowing. Yeah, lightning is. It's like lightning is going ballistic outside, so I need to foreshadow that just in case. So if I disappear, it's not my fault. But
Well,
going
if
back,
you need to go to make sure like nothing bad happens to your computer, I will not be offended. You
oh
know.
no, we're gonna see this right through, sister. I will ride through that storm like oh, what's that one scene? I'll be like Lieutenant Dan. I will ride that storm out. I will ride it out with my no legs. I will ride it out. Lieutenant Dan, you got no legs. Yeah. Um, yeah, it's not gonna work out well. But again, here's my link tree as well. Of course, my Blaze one is not in there. I am on TikTok too, but I don't stream to it. I've seen enough to know that streaming to TikTok is dangerous in its own right because you could instantly lose your stream instead of just like YouTube, where they might wait until after the fact. But regardless, the link is there. You can find all my stuff like the Twitter X, YouTube, Rumble. There goes the lightning. YouTube, Rumble, all that stuff. And wherever you want to find me, it's there. Will it be on the Rumble side or YouTube side? I can't. This is one thing that gets me about Blaze, is that you can't enter that kind of info unless like your bio. But it'd be nice to be able to do that in each episode of like people be able to find you and stuff. So, but it's not there yet. Maybe. But again, all links are in there. So thank you all so much for that. But of course, I do have a few things that that I promote as part of. Let me get. Hold on, I gotta get your links on the Blaze site too. Keep forgetting about that. There we go. All right, so there's a few things that I promote first before that just a few things. I don't do a whole lot of that. Like even I haven't done any like ad reads in a long time on Rumble. So just because I'm like one of those people, like if I don't use it or whatever, I'm not gonna promote it. But the first one I do is something called Proton. Now, if you've never had Proton before, um,
Oh, I
that
heard that.
yep,
Damn.
yeah,
That was
yeah,
like right overhead.
oh yeah,
Crack.
yeah. It was pretty cracky. So we will. I'm gonna get through this as quick as possible. Um, but take that account, it wasn't my thing. Yeah, that's understandable. But Proton is a privacy-oriented company, and I'm part of their part of the partner program. So I promote it because I use it on a daily basis, and the partner program is sort of like an incentive to keep doing so. But if you don't want to know more about the Proton Mail part, which does a lot of great stuff, I've talked to a lot of people I've had on here who use it to a sense, and they've given it great reviews. But you can go to that link there, and it'll tell you more about different parts of it. Like one of the things is good about Proton Mail is little to no spam at all. I have Gmail because you have to with YouTube. I have iCloud. I got rid of my AOL account. Yes, that's how old I was, and throughout all of them, Proton has had little to no spam. Now I've had a few kind of sneak through, but but that's on a rare occasion. Don't get very much at all. But again, that link right there will tell you more. There's also a special offer in there if you do decide to take up the paid part, because again, you can make a free account, but there's always more with the paid stuff. But I use it, the paid part, and while there's a lot of stuff I probably don't use out of that, I am appreciative of what they do, and I promote it for that basis alone. So if you want to give it a try, you can make a free account, boom, done, and you get to see those differences. Or if you want to see what the paid part to, that link will take you to that. So thank you very much for that, and of course, thank you, Wendy. Have a great night, sleep well, and see you next time. And of course, the last thing I promote before we continue on is something I call Biltong USA. That's right. If you don't know what Biltong is, it's a it's a South African snack that's air dried cured meat. Is how I had to look it up. It's air dried cured meat. So I've had the gentleman on who owns this business. His name is Anton, great guy, and he and his wife kind of run this business down in Texas. So if you're down in Texas, you can actually visit their convenience store down there and buy many of the items they have on their online store in their in store. Um, but they're great people. They make a great product made in America, and I promote it for that fact alone. Again, the link to their website is there. And if you do decide to buy something from the website, well, guess what? You can use code DARA. Oops. You can use code DARA, DARA, a four-letter word you can say to get 10% off your whatever you buy from there. Snacks, sweets. They have snacks and sweets from the UK, the Biltong, all sorts of stuff. It's crazy what they have to offer. So again, you can go there, check it out, and again, it does support a business in America for people who are making a great product, and they are great people. I've had them on before, so that right there. Um, but yeah, that's all the stuff I promote. I don't get that wishy-washy like merch store or whatever. I don't have that. I don't have a merch store. Someone once asked me like, "Would you ever have one?" I'm like, "What would I sell?" I could do like the hats, but that's as far as it would go. um, but yeah, I should add those as well. Gosh dang it! It's so easy to do it for Rumble Studio for YouTube and Rumble, but I can't with Blaze. I have to manually add that in. Oh goodness. But yeah, going back to earlier, like you do have all those different places out there for women and stuff to kind of find help in those situations. But like you were saying, like you have to get to the point of needing help rather than have it forced upon you, because forcing help to people does not go well.
Hmm.
Does not go well. You end up causing more harm than anything else. But it's hard to want to be a person that helps, but also being sidelined because you can't force help, and it almost kind of destroys you a bit, but you also have to protect yourself from it because yeah, it's not pretty. It's not pretty. Um, but yeah, it is. It is a miracle in its own right that you're here, and just for doing content creation, like so that was. I forget to ask this, but like the name, where does that come from?
It just popped into my head one day. I have been known under many names
Mm,
over like the 13 years I've been creating content.
mm.
I started with Lady Discord,
Oh.
but getting into the gaming space, Discord was starting to become very popular, so it was too
Mm,
close. So I was like, okay, we need to change it. I
mm.
ended up changing it to Pink Lady.
Oh.
Ended up not liking that one. I went to Akara and
Mhm.
then Empress Akara.
Oh.
And then I took a break after some huge drama and just my mental health needed it.
Yeah.
And then when I came back, it had been like a year and a half,
Mhm.
and I lost pretty much my whole community because,
Mm.
life goes on.
Yep.
So I had to start from scratch.
Yeah. And Versyssa was born. Versyssa.
Mhm.
Um. Yeah. Every time it's just going to be like that. Um. But yeah, they kind of like for my name, I just kind of created it because it was a bit of a multifold. One was I didn't want a name. I wanted a name that was my own, but it didn't have to have a number after it. Right? Because you usually
Yeah.
see it like when you go for usernames, like the one you want's already taken, and then you have like a weird combination of letters or numbers in order to keep it to some degree.
Yeah.
Well, and part of and the name is sort of on a basis from um it's kind of it's based off the word vermouth. I don't drink alcohol, but it was just the word itself because if you look at vermouth, the way it's spelled is not the way it sounds. And sort of like similar to homonym, where two words sound the same but are spelled differently, have two different meanings. It's sort of like that, and
Mhm.
so I kind of just messed around with it, and it ultimately led to Daramuth, and uh, people will still get it wrong just because, and that's fine. But I created it, and luckily enough, it's been like any site I've gone to, it's not been a thing, and I'm like, yes. So I'm pretty good at making stuff up, but that's been one of my saving graces with that is having that name I can take almost anywhere, and not have it be like taken or stuff like that. I did mess up a bit on TikTok, so it has to have a number at the end of it, but beyond that one, it's at least what it as is, so it's pretty nice.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that was just like, how do you come up with a name like Versyssa? Because that's just
I literally don't know. It just popped into my head one day, so I started searching to see if like anybody had that on socials, and pretty much every social media I came across, nobody had that name. I was like, okay, there we go. That's a sign.
it almost
But
feels
nobody can pronounce it most of the time.
well, it almost sounds like whenever I say it, it makes it feel like Greek mythology, like you're from
Yeah,
yeah, like you
I love Greek mythology, Norse
Versyssa.
mythology, ancient Egypt. Like,
Oh,
love that stuff.
nice. So you play games. So does it mean you played the like God of War?
I did play God of War. I did play. I got really into Assassin's Creed Odyssey,
Oh,
Origin,
mm.
and I can't remember what they called it, but the Viking one. I
Oh,
got
Valhalla.
really into all of those. Yeah, Valhalla.
Valhalla.
Loved those.
Mead, I want more mead, wench. I think I've only played one of the Assassin's Creed's ones, but I'm not sure which one it was. It wasn't like the first one, and it wasn't certainly like the America one. I can't remember which one it was, but I do know I've played at least one of them. Um, but like anything in life, like a new game comes along, you complete like, listen, I have games on Steam. I have games on Epic, and I have some games on GOG. Let me tell you, I barely have time to play any of them. I have over 200 games in my Steam, and I'm like, I can't even touch any of these. Between my full time job and doing this, it's yeah, it's not fun.
We have a lot of time to play games.
Yeah.
But I need to figure out like more long form content, honestly. Especially for YouTube. I just don't know what the fuck to do over there. So I'm still trying to figure that out.
Well, is it? Do you not want your streams up there, or just because of the factor of something else?
No, it has nothing to do with my streams being on there or not. Like I just haven't been streaming to YouTube, and when I did try recently, it's it's giving me all sorts of problems. So like I
Right.
got to figure that out before I can bring that up, because I wouldn't mind putting streaming in vertical over there to get
Mhm.
myself in the shorts feed. But
Yeah.
yeah.
What about do you post your shorts over there too?
Yes, I do when I'm not being lazy. I have been kind of lazy recently. There was a good while there where I had,
Mhm.
weeks scheduled out, one a day,
Mhm.
but then life got in the way and I forgot.
Yeah. I have been there. I know what it because it's not laziness, it's just like there's not enough time where you forget. And then because I used to do that too, like once it or during the weekday or something like that. But right now it's almost like it feels like it's like once or twice a week because it's on the weekends. Um, but it's one of those things where it's just an extra bit and you have to remind yourself to do it or not do it depending on because I just
What are
do
you making?
food. He's making food. The good stuff.
Okay.
He's making the goods. He's making mac and cheese. That's what he's making.
No, he's not making mac and cheese.
That's okay. But yeah, I and I enjoy what I get to do with this, and hopefully, you still enjoy getting what you get to do with this because
Oh
obviously
yeah.
you've met people like Dead Mom, and Reanimated, and so many others, and there's a priceless factor to that. Very much a priceless factor to that. But regardless, I think I'm going to take your advice. I think I'm going to take your advice and start ending because I just saw
That
another
stream
big
is
flash.
that storm's getting pretty hectic, isn't it?
I saw another flash, and I'm not sure how long I'll last. So I'm just gonna hurry up
It's
and get that.
totally fine, man. You gotta make sure your PC is, gonna be okay.
Well, that and I don't want to be like once I get quickly shut down, it's like, oh well, that's great because it usually takes time for like the internet to come back up or whatever, and
Yeah.
that's never fun. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna go ahead and start slowly entering now because I'm looking at that sky and it's not pretty. So we did all our stuff, but before we get gone, don't forget that both her and my links will be both on the Rumble side, the YouTube side. Oh, hey, she's back. Look at that. We say her name and she's reappeared.
Mhm.
Look at that. But don't forget, both our links will be on both the Rumble side and YouTube side. I have posted them on at least in the chat and Blaze, but those don't last forever, so apologies. But um, hopefully one day they can at least have some of factor to have it like in the description or whatever. But regardless, all links are there, so make sure you give a look. And if you want to find out where either of us are at, you can go there. I had to get some foods. Hey, I hear you. I hear you. I've already eaten before. I hear you. Got to get that tummy full. But tomorrow's Friday. But tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern is the 90 start the oven for pizza. Oh yeah. Oh, DiGiorno's.
I think it's a Red Baron.
Well, Red Bear's good too. It's more like it's not. I mean, I like DiGiorno's, and there's another one I like, but Red Bear's not bad. It's good. It's good for the moment. It's good for the
Yeah.
moment you need to. But again, the tomorrow is the at 7 p.m. Eastern is the 95th Pay It Forward stream. It's where I go around in the Rumble streams, see who's live, leave a little love and donations and stuff, and just kind of showcase who's out there, because I streamed both the YouTube side, and of course I'll stream the Blaze side too, to kind of showcase those people off. So because Rumble really doesn't have a great form of discovery, unfortunately.
Yeah,
But
they need to work on the algorithm, but they are starting to realize that, and it seems like they're starting to work on it at least.
I hope it gets more, because their editor's pick is just overshadowing that sort of effect. So
Hey, I got an editor's pick last Sunday, my second one ever, and it was for a cozy stream. Not your
Oh,
typical. Yeah,
yeah, no,
exactly. It happened.
yeah, though that the many for many people it does happen, but we could probably do without having it, and have something that is curated for the people who go out and find people on there, because it's mostly politics for editors.
It would be kind of cool if it was based on like an algorithm based on what you like is what would you would
Yes,
see. Like
yes,
so many more people would end up featured, which would be cool,
mm,
and you would get in front of the right audience.
yes. Basically what YouTube does in that
Yeah.
sort of degree, because I can go to my homepage right now and find all sorts of things I've watched, and in relation to
Yeah.
Rumble, not so much, and that's the sad effect. But regardless, tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern, and of course at 8 p.m. Eastern, I will get to have on Clem the Sim. I've had him on before. This is the second time around, so I'll be glad to have him back on. So come by at 7 p.m. Eastern for the 95th PM4 stream, and then at 8 p.m. Eastern for the with Clem the Sim. So much appreciated that. And of course, the last thing I do with my guests before we ride off into the sunset is something I like to call questions from hat. So what happens is I bought a hat from Rumble right there, and I've put some questions inside it. So what happens is that my guest, my guest gets 2 freebie questions. However, if people want more than the 2 questions, then they have to give a Rumble rant for it. Like I said earlier, I'm not monetizing YouTube, so sorry YouTube side. But if you're on Rumble, you can give any amount, and you get another question. Now I have put out there that I will, if someone gives a straight 500 one, they'll get all the questions out of the hat, and believe me, there are a lot of questions in the hat. So if you want to bog down your guests with a bunch of questions, that would be the one to take. But if not, you can give any amount, and you'll get a question per one. So there you go for that. But of course, let's get started. Are you ready, Miss Versyssa?
Yeah.
All right. First question. Right here, the first question is, if I can open it. What's your least favorite color, and why?
Baby pink because it looks like baby puke.
I can see that.
I don't like light pink. I just nope. No thanks.
Nope, not gonna work. Especially for
Neon
your
pink? Hell yeah. Baby like light pink, baby pink? No.
yeah, especially for your gothness. It's too light for you. Too light.
Yeah.
And the let's see. Let's get number 2. All right. There you go. Here's question number 2, and unless someone gives a rumble rant, that will be it. Let's see. What? Oh, here we go. What's the best piece of advice you've ever received?
After a failed marriage, I'm not
Mhm.
going to get into that whole story. A friend of mine told me to take a year, be single, focus on myself, all
Mm.
of that. I didn't quite make the year, but in that time, I ended up meeting my now. I call him my husband. We've been together more than 10 years. Technically, we're still engaged, but I met
Mm.
him, and it's been a long ass time. We've been through some shit, but we came out together.
That's awesome. That's really. I'm glad that worked out. But yeah, that's a good piece of advice. And even though you didn't get through the whole year, you still got something great out of it. So there's that.
Yep.
But that is the end of the show, of course. Thank you all for being here. Big thank you to all those in chat, whether you're on the Rumble, YouTube, or Blaze side. Thank you all for being here. And of course, a big thank you to the lady herself, Versyssa. Every time you hear your name, every time you hear your name,
That's gonna be playing when I hear my name lately.
Versyssa. Thank you, Versyssa, for coming on.
Yeah.
You've been awesome, and it's been nice. It's been nice to get to at least learn a little bit about you and your perspective on things. And there we go, right there, Dead Mama Live. Let's go. That's right. Let's go. But no, and of course, like I tell all my guests, you're always welcome to come back, because there's always more to talk about. Really, there always is. But again, thank you for your time, and know that that the reason I do this is because that you get to be shared with the world, and hopefully someone will come along the way, and you'll that will inspire somebody or something to that effect. Because um, that's what I hope to do with this, is that everyone gets seen to at least have had on, and it creates something great. Because that's what I hope for anyway. That's what I'm trying to do this for, partly anyway. But again, tomorrow 7 p.m. Eastern for the 95th Pay It Forward stream, and then of course 8 p.m. Eastern for Clem the Sim. Going to be a great time. So how I end the show is, of course, like you saw earlier, I play a music video. Well, thank you, Dead Mom, and I'm glad I got to have you on too. Thank you for being on yourself. Um, but yeah, so how I do it is I play a music video at the end of it. Um, let's see, I gotta find. Oh, gosh, it's lagging. Hold on. Hate when this happens. But instead of playing my normal one, I do. A while back, I was messing around with Suno, and I used one of my poems as a basis for a song. Now, eventually, I kind of had to go through and get the lyrics a little better and stuff. But this is from the first one I did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is one from my first one I did. It's called "From a Moment to a Lifetime." And so I hope you'll have a great night. Thank you again for all being here. And I appreciate you all. And I will see you next time. Bye, guys.
Give me a moment, and I will make a lifetime. Give me a lifetime, and I will make something beyond recognition. Beyond recognition is a desire, a flame born of dreams forward. Yet dreams do not push beyond their scope. A recognition held back by reality. But reality's a dreaming way to come true, to come true.